Hi guys, here we are back at Unit 10. Today we're doing graphs of exponential and log functions. Good thing is we got a graphing calculator for this. And what you're going to do, you're going to go to y equals, and you're going to put in 2, and then the caret, that's this button right there, caret to the power of x. And then you're going to go to the table, and you're literally just copying the points right there. But let's say that if you didn't have the graphing calculator, you're just replacing that -3 right there where x is. And then that'll be 2 to the power of -3, and negative exponent, you know, means reciprocal. So that will be 1/8. And that's the same thing as 0.125. So here's your table. And now we need to plot those points. And we're going to do our best over here to trace that. That wasn't bad. To trace that function. Okay. Is it 1-to-1? Yes. Why? Well, because it passes the horizontal line test. So y doesn't repeat. And this is important to find out whether or not this is invertible or not, or if this has an inverse function. But then we're going to talk about this later on in the lesson. Domain is x, so x is everything from -infinity to +infinity. No restrictions there. Range is everything from 0 all the way up to +infinity. So from 0 to +infinity, excluding 0, because here is approaching 0, but it will never be 0. Okay, the asymptote, we have a horizontal asymptote right there where y equals 0. And the asymptote, if you want to graph this, come here. It'll be that right there. This is the horizontal asymptote. Okay, what else? Y-intercept is right there at 0, 1. Is this function increasing or decreasing? Well, the way you read any graph is always from left to right, same way that you write. So from left to right, it's starting right here and it's going up. So this function is increasing. Where? Well, everywhere. It never decreases. So it's increasing from -infinity up to +infinity. The other one we have, handy dandy calculator. We'll put in the fraction there, 1/2, and then raise that to the power of x. You can choose to put parentheses there or not. The calculator understands that you are raising the whole thing. But just to be safe, why not? So you're going to go graph, and here we are copying that table down. If you want to leave that as a fraction, that's fine. But in my head, it's easier if I look at the decimals, but they're the same thing. So -3, 8, -2, 4, -1, 2, 0, 1, 1.5, 0.25, 0.125. Okay, so here we are again. 1-to-1, yes, because it passes the horizontal line test. Domain is all real numbers. So it's everything from -infinity to +infinity. Range is everything greater than or equals 0, but it does not include 0. So it goes from 0 all the way up to +infinity. Asymptote, definitely, it's this guy right here. It approaches y equals 0. So horizontal asymptote at y equals 0. Y-intercept at 0, 1, and it's decreasing because it's going down from left to right. Right everywhere. It doesn't decrease and then increases. Now it's just decreasing all the way. So from negative infinity to positive infinity. Can we do one more? Okay. So right here, 0.4 raised to the power of x. And I'm just going to copy the table real quick. Now, I know I can't plot 15 right there. I just know it's all the way up on the graph somewhere. So negative 2 is going to be at 6.25, negative 1 at 2.5, 0, 1, about 0.4 right there, and then it's clearly approaching 0. Okay, 1 to 1, yes, because it's the same function we're dealing with. Domain is everything from negative infinity to positive infinity. Range, everything from 0 to positive infinity. Asymptote, like it's approaching 0 right there. This is the horizontal asymptote right at y equals 0. So y-intercept at 0, 1, and it's decreasing right there from negative infinity to positive infinity. And I will make another video with the next pages.